Hey everybody, how are you? Omar here, Holographic Matrix on YouTube, 0 Point on Twitter. That's a 0, not an O, and 2 underscores in between. Ooh, that looks like it's gonna fall off. So let's just do the video from right here for right now, since my tripod setup's a little bit funny. What I wanted to talk to you today about is something pretty interesting and pretty well hidden. It's a fact about the Chipotle restaurant, at least the one here. So, I understand that Chipotles are all franchise restaurants, which means nobody is exactly certain as to what is being made at each one, as far as the quality of ingredients and so on. Most franchises have guidelines, however, that they generally follow as far as buying guides, quality of ingredients, menus, recipes, things of that nature. So, what I'm going to tell you is actually pretty shocking. It's actually pretty shocking. But to me, it's actually not a big surprise at this point because I've been doing this research for several years now, and it just continues to actually suck, regardless of... Okay. I'm just going to break you the bad news. Chipotle uses Morton's salt. What's the problem with Morton's salt? Well, it's genetically engineered in one of its components. We're talking about the anti-caking agent specifically. So while you're eating all of this food from Chipotle, which promises to give you the best ingredients, selected with care, for your health, the farm, and your environment, you're eating genetically engineered organisms from corn. Specifically genetically engineered alpha amylase. It's an enzyme that is in the corn, among weed killer genes, genes that make the plant sterile after one season, weird things like that. So the problem is this stuff transfers to your gut bacteria, and it actually, it seems, stays in your body. So I'll tell you more about that stuff in a future video, but for now let's get back to the track. So this little leaflet that Chipotle hands out to you, it's called Food with Integrity. Well, I'm going to call you out, Chipotle. I'm calling you out right now. I don't think that there's very much integrity in claiming the law of inclusion. Synthetic hormones we don't use. Cool. Okay, pardon, I'm a little bit tired. It's not the law of inclusion. What we really have is, it's a positive law system of exclusion. You have, we don't do, we don't do, we don't do, we don't do, A, B, C, D. But you do E, F, and G. Understand? So while they don't give synthetic hormone, RGBH, from Monsanto in the food, they do actually give you genetically engineered corn from Monsanto. Cute, isn't it? So, the problem with this is that, well, let's go down their menu here, and let's see what doesn't have salt in it. Oh, the romaine lettuce. So if you were planning to eat with integrity at Chipotle, the only thing you could actually eat is the romaine lettuce. Ugh. That's kind of weird. So just think about the salt the next time you go out to any restaurant, and think about the likelihood of your food being made with GMO salt, Morton's salt. Morton's salt, I'm calling you out just as much as Chipotle because you are the progenitor of this issue. I would wager to bet that out of all the GMOs on the market, people are eating Morton's salt and not knowing about it the most. So I'm calling you out too. Morton's salt, GMO. Sorry guys, sorry girls, it sucks. But the good news is you can avoid it by not eating it and choosing a sea salt, which is actually good for you. So sea salt, the benefit of that, it has over 200, generally, trace minerals and nutrients that the body uses. I'm actually facing the sun right now, so this is a little bit strange for my eyes. But, so in general, get some sea salt, stop eating Morton's salt. You'll feel a lot better, hopefully at some point. And hopefully there's not too much damage done, because nobody's really sure what this stuff does in the long term. I'm sure the people that made it know. I'm sure they're not going to tell anybody. And that's where I'd like to leave this for right now. So, bottom line is, Morton's salt, bad. Chipotle, by inclusion of Morton's salt, bad. Otherwise, Chipotle seems pretty cool. As far as fast food goes, I don't really like any of it, nor will I eat any of it, but I used to like Chipotle until I found out about the salt. So, that's all for now. Much love, and I'll talk to you all later. I'm going to go take a nap.